Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to have some Division 14 ranked online gameplay in the bantamweight division using Dominick Cruz. And I recorded this video just after Dominick Cruz had his fight with Pedro Munoz. And obviously that was an incredible fight. It's probably the best he's looked in a while. It was a real vintage Dominick Cruz performance. Obviously first round was very shaky. I think if Pedro had the belief that the fire to really go for that finish, he would have finished him, but I don't know what happened. He sort of just laid off. But nonetheless, brilliant recovery from Dominick Cruz here. And we're coming up against a Division 18 player here. Obviously, I'm grinding right now, trying to get out the divisions. And this opponent here is using Aljamain Sterling. And the main reason I want to show you this video is because this is exactly how some people play. So, Aljamain Sterling is one of the best grapplers in the division. I was looking to grapple myself. But this gameplay is going to showcase to you how the judges actually score the fights, because my opponent here, from the first to the third round, is just constantly looking for any way to submit me, and he goes through some of the most broken submissions. And I don't know what was going on here with my connection, but every now and then I was getting some lag, even though I thought I was getting the denials off. It wasn't working, but you know, sometimes that just happens. You think you deny something and you know it ends up not working, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. And I really wanted to showcase this to you because obviously my opponent, he's in Division 18 right now. He's obviously used this style of play to reach that division, which Division 18 is quite high, and he literally just looks for any opportunity to try submit you or get you into a overpowered submission. And now, whereas submissions aren't overpowered, not all of them are, there are some like the rear naked choke, the standing guillotine, the windshield choke, that are a bit more powerful. And you'll notice that when you're coming up against certain types of players, they'll be cancelling submissions to drain your stamina, and they'll just be looking for cheesy little tactics in order to beat you. And this is what's going to be showcasing this gameplay here, just how I dealt with it. And I can quickly talk you through. The main thing I do is just try to stay calm. It's going to be incredibly frustrating, but you've got to just look to remain calm, keep your stamina very, very high, and that's the main thing. And obviously look to deny transition. So right now, as you can see, I'm not moving too much. I'm content with being up here. He's not really doing any damage to me, and although he's going to be throwing up submissions here and there, as long as he doesn't get them, the judges aren't really going to score it towards him. As you can see right now, I'm doing a good job controlling him. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to look to continue to do throughout the fight. I know that at one point he will be on top of me, and the main thing I want to do is remain calm. So as you can see here, my opponent's going now for another submission. And I'm just going to remain calm, move side to side. And he is using Aljo, and Aljo's got phenomenal submissions. He's the best submission wrestler in the bantamweight division by far. So I know that I am in danger here. As you can see, the bars aren't too far apart. Obviously, I am going to escape this submission, but it was very, very close. And this first round is just a sign of what's to come. And before we get into breaking down the rest of the video, I just want to say that a massive thank you to all the new subscribers and the support I've been getting on my videos. I am working on another grappling video which should be coming up after this one. Sorry I haven't uploaded for, I think it's about 8 or 9 days now, but I've just been extremely busy with work because it's the Christmas period. And with that being said, I want to say Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. If not, then Happy Holidays. And yeah, just thank you for the overwhelming support. We've been growing. It's coming up to a year of me posting videos, I think next month, and I've really enjoyed it. And if there's any content suggestions, please just let me know in the comments below, and I'll get round to recording it. And as the second round started, as you can see, so first round was, you know, it was a very, very boring round, and that's exactly what you can expect when you're facing someone that's just going to look to do anything in order to submit you. As you can see, they're doing a great job there, blocking the hooks. And you've just got to be very careful, because this is how the fight's going to be. They're just going to lay on top of you, look to get to side control. And this isn't the cheesy thing. There's nothing cheesy about doing this. And there's also nothing cheesy about going for submissions. I feel like that's where people get confused. Some people will play against the wrestler, and they'll just get annoyed that the wrestler's doing a good job of controlling them. And there's nothing cheesy at all with that. What's cheesy is when players use, you know, extremely powerful submissions in order to try and get a quick victory. As you can see, he switches to the windshield choke here. I think that's what it's called. And this choke, especially with Aljamain Sterling, is incredibly, incredibly powerful. And as you can see, I'm just remaining calm, going through the motions, because my opponent had even denied my transitions at side control, so he had momentum on his side but purposely switched into the north-south position just for this choke. That's how powerful it is. And as you can see, we end up getting out, and then now we're in the sprawl when my opponent goes to half guard. And again, I'm just going to look to rack up some control time. And how the judges score these fights, they don't care how long you're on top. They care about damage being done. If you're doing more damage, if you're throwing more significant strikes, you are going to win the fight. And you're going to see that at the end of the video, despite what happens throughout the fight, you will see how the judges score it. And bear in mind that Judge 2 always favours the grappling. And I got that from Prioxis. He made a video saying that that the second judge, if you're a grappler, will always favour you and tend to give you more points based on your grappling. Shout out to Prioxis as well, another great content creator. And as you can see, he goes for the clinch submission there, then he goes to rip my body because I have no stamina. And right now he's having no success, and you can see he's getting extremely frustrated here. And when we're on the feet, you can see there is a slight skill gap. And again, not that I'm amazing on the feet, but I know he's going for the clinches, so I'm throwing that straight right, I'm ducking, and I'm just looking to avoid getting into the clinch. As you can see, so far we're doing a good job of that. I know my opponent's going to shoot a takedown eventually. Does a good job getting me into the tie clinch there, and you see just constant clinching. And right now it's panic hours for my opponent. And even though I felt like I was denying those attempts, obviously to deny you've got to hold R2. We denied a takedown attempt here. So this round's been a good round. Last round was a good round. I'd say that I'd won that round. This round we've done a good job. And as you can see, not only is he trying to cheese to get the submission finish, he's throwing that weird John Jones spinning kick that, if that lands, does so much damage. But I just took this as a sign he's getting frustrated. I knew that my stamina was in a good position. And it's just about being patient, Look, the fight hasn't always gone away, but look at my stamina. Look how high my stamina is compared to my opponent. And the most important thing is, when you are on the feet, is to rip your opponent. Get those significant strikes off, because my opponent's mistake here is when he's on the ground, he's not opting for ground and pound. Because if he was opting for ground and pound, then he'd be able to get some significant strikes, and the judges might score the fight differently. But we're on the feet, I'm outlanded in terms of significant strikes, and when we go onto the ground, he's not throwing any significant strikes, therefore I have the advantage in that respect. And the fight is predominantly scored on the damage dealt. So even though my opponent may be getting all this control time through submissions and stuff like that, I am still defending them. And as you can see right now, he is looking for every possible avenue in order to win. And in this final round here, he's got me in a prime position. Obviously he's on my back, you can see he's squeezing me, but Dominick Cruz has no quit. We managed to get out, and we've done a good job defending these submissions. Haven't done a good job in denying them, but like I said, I was having issues with that. I felt like I was getting the deniers off, but evidently I wasn't. And here I'm on top of my opponent now, and realistically I want to be on the feet here. I believe I'm up 2 rounds. My opponent gets me into the rubber guard here and winds up flipping me and getting into top mount, as you can see. But if you look at his stamina, he didn't shoot for anything there. He didn't shoot for a submission. Obviously he's got the arm bar. I think he's got quite a wide range of submissions, to be honest. Opponent switches to side control, and I think it's my patience that's really killing my opponent here. I'm not biting on any of these fakes from side control where he fakes going into top mount, because I know that my opponent wants to get me into the crucifix. He does well transitioning there straight away, because I was just going to use that to anti-grapple, just sit there and just take the punches. We get here, my opponent goes for the rear naked choke again. And as you can see, the common theme is that my opponent's going for all the most overpowered submissions. And like I said, this is my opponent's playstyle. It's evidently worked for him to be in Division 18, and I'm sure he's beat many players using this style. So hopefully this video can shine light on how these guys are trying to play in online ranked, and how to counteract it. Just be patient, mix up your movement, don't panic, because the more you panic, the more likely it is that they will end up winning the fight. And as you can see, we get out again, end up getting into side control, and I could have opted to get up there, but I'm more than content to just sit on top. Even if he throws up another submission now, it's under a minute. My opponent's not going to catch me in anything really. Posture up here, throw some ground and pound, and then I get up with 20 seconds to go. And this was crucial. So here, throw, get the leg kick stun because I think he was going to do that John Jones spinning kick, throw the uppercut because I knew he was going to shoot for a takedown, and he goes for it here, misses, and with 6 seconds left, I think I've done enough here to win the fight. So this video is just showcase how to deal with players that are constantly going for these cheesy submissions. You see no respect from him there. All you got to do is remain patient, throw more significant strikes, because ultimately that is how the fight is scored. The judges don't really care about how you are on the ground, how much top control you have. If you have more significant strikes and your opponent's just controlling you on the ground and not throwing anything, you will end up winning the fight. And that's what this video here today showcases to you. So you're going to see the judges' scorecards here. That's the video for today. Please like, comment and subscribe if you are new. Any content suggestions, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.